Okay, let's see if this will work. Okay, cool. All right, we are starting in just a moment here. So good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're at in the world. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I hope everything's going well for you. Today is Thursday. I missed yesterday. Ever since I woke up, I was running around from spot A to spot B to spot C to G to X to Y to Z. It was a fantastic day yesterday, all things said. And today's going to be another wonderful day. So yesterday we had a little bit of rain, very minuscule at that, but we still had a wonderful day. So in regards to business, there is a plethora of subjects, topics that I could speak on, that I could share. But today, I don't think I'm actually going to talk about business. The topic that I love, I will not share about for the first time in who knows how long. What I want to share about is relaxation, doing things you enjoy, doing things that I enjoy, and making sure we do it more often. Because we do not want to end up sitting down somewhere, thinking back on our life, going, wow, I could have done this, I should have done that, I could have done this differently. This is all very true. We could have changed. If you change 1% each day, improve 1%, that's a 37% increase at the end of the year. All right. So think of it this way. If there's one thing you want to improve in your life, be that business, be that emotional control, making sure that you control your emotions so other people do not control you. If you work on something just 1% each day, over the course of a year, that's a 37% increase. Or a 37% change. I keep wanting to say the wrong numbers. Enjoy this life. Don't hate it. Don't get stressed by what people think, by imaginary expectations. There are expectations that I have for myself, for my future, for my work ethic, for what I do. There are the expectations that I have at work, from my managers, from the CEO, from you name it. And, well, the important thing is to remember that those expectations, yes, they are there. Understand them. Make sure you're not blowing them out of proportion. Now, I do this all too often. When I am given an expectation, I tend to think about it, culminate on it. I don't think that's the right word, but I tend to overthink about it and make sure to do it the way I think it's supposed to be done, to my expectations, stressing over every little step because it's not meeting my expectations. In the end, though, it's meeting their expectations, which is fantastic. The reason I share this is because I had a pretty much an epiphany last night while I was working. So my team, we finally had the one gentleman come back that was on leave for a little bit, and we were able to accomplish and finish our tasks within a little over a day and a half. So what used to take us about 2.5 days to accomplish, we were able to finish in 1.5 days, which is phenomenal. After we did that, the training began. So I'm in charge of training my team so that we can fulfill other facilities or other departments in our work. And last night we had a great time. They picked up on the training rather quickly, and I was actually very proud of them. I sent out a message to the store manager, and he even agreed that that was fantastic, and that he wanted to talk about how they could benefit from having us do a little bit of receiving, do some checking in and whatnot, and a few other tasks as well, along with our stocking. And at that point, at the moment I sent the email, I realized I was doing this not out of expectations. I was doing this to help increase the knowledge of my team. I was talking to him during this training period because there's a lot of quiet intervals when you're checking stuff in because you got to make sure the numbers are correct. But when it got a little too quiet, that's when I started talking. I asked them how Friday and Thursday went, and they shared with me that the atmosphere and the attitudes are different. On one end of the spectrum, on our crew, I talk about business. I talk about uplifting, motivational stuff frequently. I try and encourage them to do better, to work harder, to be better individuals. Not so much a company employee, but a better individual. And I am working with them, and they're working with me. They're sharing the knowledge they have, their experiences, and I'm sharing my knowledge and my very few experiences in life. And we're growing. In all honesty, business is a huge topic that I love, and being able to talk to them about it, to be able to share my knowledge, to have them share their knowledge with real estate, with accounting, with so many different opportunities that they had and experiences that they learned from. We have built a culture of knowledge. And when they were working on the morning, no one talks about that. No one shares any of that information with one another. I don't want to say bare minimum, but what they share is the most recent TikTok they watched, the vacation that they had 3-4 months ago, or what they did last night, what they drank, what they ate, what they did. I'm trying to think of the right word. Essentially, what they did for relaxation. They didn't so much share knowledge. Which still, that's a good thing. If you share experiences, if you share what you've eaten, videos you've watched, that's still good. But when it's mind-numbing, that's when it isn't good. When you're wasting your time just scrolling through Instagram, TikTok, not pulling some of the motivational stuff out of it, or not watching the life-changing movements. For example, Tony Robbins' UPW, Unleash Your Power Within, is now live in Florida. I was reading a few of their comments. This was the first live event that they've hosted in over a year and a half. So they're excited. They're ecstatic that they could actually finally meet all the people, meet hundreds, if not thousands of people in these stadiums that they're going to, or a stadium that they went to. I'm still kind of watching the videos that they're sharing, but if you build a culture of knowledge, you yourself will grow, the team that you're over will grow, and the training and the leadership, all that knowledge that you need to become an excellent teacher, leader, will be there. That's one thing I shared with them, is that when you're building a business, and yes, I know I said I wouldn't talk about business, but here I am, my favorite topic. When you're building a business, you don't want to move an employee. Say you move an employee to a supervisor position with zero training. The employee will think, okay, well, what I was doing before was perfect, so I'll just keep doing that. So it leads to them doing the same thing. You put them into a management position like manager or so on and so forth, they'll start micromanaging. They'll start doing stuff, again, that they thought they were doing well back in that supervisor or employee position. And it becomes this huge mess because you have people that are micromanaging others. You have leaders that aren't getting the proper training. You have people in positions that shouldn't be in that position. Whereas if you were to move an employee to a supervisor position and tell them, hey, we're putting you with 5 other people, you will be in charge, but every step of the way, for the first week and a half, month and a half, however long you need, I'm going to train you so that you are a proper leader, proper teacher, and you can answer most of the questions they ask. And if you do that each step of the way, aside from growing a culture of knowledge and helping them improve, overall, it'll just help build a leadership culture as well. One second here. Just reading the comments. Yep. So, yes. For those that are on Instagram, the comment is, we are all different and reach for things that work for us personally. Be careful not to judge others. Sharing knowledge is key, but you must be understanding of where the other person is. Yes. Definitely. But let's see. So with that, I'll kind of go back on to what I was talking about. The title of this is Never Split the Difference. Never Splitting the Difference is very important. It's a wonderful book that Chris Voss wrote as well. It teaches you how to negotiate. And it's a book that I've been reading for the past few weeks. And it has been very helpful in teaching me about leadership aside from negotiation. Now, there are countless books that I love to read that I am currently reading that are about leadership. Well, David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me is kind of a good introduction for some of the books. But with that, I'm going to stop it there because I feel like I'm going to just start rambling. So thank you guys. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. So, oh, come on here.